Hey there, Flo here with another woodworking stream. I'll be continuing on this wood cabinet. So I have a slightly different audio situation. I'm hoping it'll work okay. It's kind of experimental, but I kind of want to do a whole stream with it. Whether it works well or not, I think it should be okay. So my new thing is I have this little tripod light stand thing with my phone, which is my old S9, with an audio cable going up to this microphone. I've tried this in the past and I couldn't get it to work. I got it to work once and then never again. But I think it's working today, which is awesome because this microphone is theoretically a lot better than the lapel microphone I've been using. It won't give me as much freedom to move around unless I pick this up and take it with me. Speaking of which, I should get the little sound shock cage thing. I don't remember what it's called, but shock mount. That should, because probably if I touch this pole, it probably translates into the microphone currently. So I'll put that on. I can take this around with me. Technically, it's a little bit weird, but if I wanted to, I could do that and still have audio wireless. It's not as convenient as just having it on my chest, but I just haven't been really happy with the quality and the lapel mic sound, so trying this, and I think this is going to work, and if it does, I can use it on my IRL streams too, which would be super cool to get better quality, because currently I have noise cancellation on, so it's going to cancel out some of the noises that you hear around, but if I turn that off, it would pick up all the background noise, including birds and breezes and different noises. So when I'm hiking, that would be pretty cool to get a better pickup on sound. So anyway, that's my new setup for today. It's an experiment. Hopefully it works. As I was setting up, it seemed to be working. Even if this is kind of far away from me, like over here somewhere, it still seems to pick me up pretty well. partially because I have a compressor on there, but anyway, that's what we're going to do today. I'll change the little pipe that I have for my cap. Stable and small. Anyway, that's all the tech changes. Otherwise, I'm going to continue working on this big thing, which is a rolling table / wood, a firewood cabinet. Got quite far yesterday. Just have to screw in 2 more posts like these right here and on the other side in the middle to give the center some support. Also, there's going to be 2 opening doors on this side, and the post in the center will give them a place to connect to as they close. So yeah, I'll do the doors on the front. I haven't decided what to do on the sides and the back. It needs to be closed in somehow, but I could either use some scrap out of old plywood that I have, maybe for a temporary solution, just screw it in there. Won't look great, but I haven't decided. I want to find something that's weatherproof, essentially, like waterproof when it rains. We get rain and snow here. We don't get a lot of rain actually, but sometimes, and we get a lot of snow, and snow will be piling up on top of this potentially, and I don't want it to get water damaged too quickly. So I'm not sure if these show. Yeah. So this is the surface I'm going to put on top of it. And I have no clue what kind of properties this wood has. I'm guessing it's not waterproof at all. It does seem to have some kind of oil treatment or something kind of shiny and whatever. Can't think of the word. But it has something on it that I doubt is wood. So even though this would look fine to have this as the top, I'm either going to put some kind of plastic coating on it, like a roll of 2 mil thick plastic or something, which I'd prefer not to because I have to buy that. It's kind of expensive. I might just put a tarp over it temporarily, kind of like we have on this table, just to get through the winter. But eventually I want to treat it as something that's very waterproof. Anyway, that's the plan. So let me, I was going to do something, I can't remember what. I don't know. Let's get started until I remember. So one issue we have is I got 4 screws up here already, so when I put this post, I need to make sure I miss those screws. Probably some easy way to mark those. Actually, you know what? I could use tracing paper. Clever solution. Realized as I was walking away that probably didn't hear that last thing I said. So I'm just going to try a lightweight piece of paper and see if this works. I don't know if it will. Kind of. So the idea is to sort of show where the screws are, which they kind of show up in that. Use that. Anyway, just an idea that came to me just then. So because when I put the board over there, you can see the screws are covered, so I can't see where they are. Let's see, how do I figure out where the center is? I just have to mark it, I guess. Any visual center. Anyway, with this template, I guess, theoretically, if I put it in the right place. Kind of see where the screws are and put my new screws in a different place. What am I doing? Marking. Down on the bottom. I don't know where it is. Sure, I trust that. I bought this new ruler. Let me go grab it. This is not the one I bought just recently, but it will work just the same. I don't trust tape measures. I don't like them. Something about getting them lined up on their edge that just doesn't feel reliable. So I'm going to put 32.5 here. Put this around and see if it matches on this side. The other thing is this can slide underneath the edge of this board because it has a curve on it. So I have to like kind of angle it up like that. Get it on the actual side of the board. Split the difference between those two lines because they did not end up in the exact. I had to get all the tools out that I would need. And I've missed a few things, but I think I got most everything today. So that center line really does nothing for me. What I really need is 3.5 inches on either side of the line, so I can line that up with the one. Let's see. 3/4 on either side. Yes. What did I do there? The wrong thing. Oh, no, that's right. Well, it's line 3/4, right? I was thinking. That was right. Okay. Should be close enough. And I just line the board up with those two lines. Yeah, this doesn't have to be exact. It's close enough. Just a visual aid to get it close enough. We'll clamp it down. Okay, so that plastic piece, and take that over here. See it right now. Who knows where it went? This clamp is missing the little plastic thing. I saw it. I thought I brought it over here. This one, I don't know if I can clamp. Okay, what we're gonna do on this is, let me measure this. It looks like the center has sagged down a little bit, or something else is variable. None of it really matters, but if I sense that those are higher than this is, I'll screw that side in and sort of push this out, just to get it even. The whole reason to put this post here is to make it so it doesn't sag. So if it's already somehow sagging in the middle, then I'll try to stretch it out. So we got 22 and almost 7/8. A little bigger over here for whatever reason. Let's see. Those flush. So I already made one tiny mistake here. This board is up a little bit from these, just a slight bit. I remember when I was trying to push this together, I think it was bending out this way, and I had to like push it, and probably as I was trying to get these screws in, chipped it down a little bit. So it's not perfect to begin with. So let's see how big the center is. I think it's probably fine. I don't think I really need to stretch or bend it to make it so close that it won't affect anything. don't really have a way to clamp this down. Sometimes I sort of wish they made one of these longer than the others for situations like this where I need this one further. Way to make it just wants to pull it that direction, so I'll just not clamp that side. Okay, let's go. I did remember to charge the battery for this drill. The weird thing about this microphone is it's really made to record locally or internally or to an SD card. It's not really made to be an external mic, but it does have a line out, and that's what I'm using. And the only way to get that to work is to push the, what do you call it? I don't know, preview, or it's not really recording internally. I wouldn't want it to be because live streaming, I don't need to record it into that device. But there's like a mode where you push start recording, like sort of like get ready to record, check your levels or something. And then you push the play button that actually records. So I'm in that monitoring or preview mode, whatever. And I think it will stay in that mode indefinitely. Work, but I don't think it works unless it's in that mode. Try using that template. That's a problem. Because I don't have it clamped down. It's kind of moving around. Probably what I should do is screw this side in so it's not going to move around as much. Yeah, I hit the screw somehow anyway, in spite of using this template. So what that means to me is that I put this template in not quite the right spot. The idea is sound, lining it up with the edge of the board properly. I think I ended up hitting the screw. The other thing I was thinking of, I don't think it matters too much, was I was thinking of shimming up the center of the tabletop so that the center is slightly higher than the edges, and any water that gets on there would hopefully slowly drain out that way. But I think I'm not going to worry about that little detail. I don't think I could make it sloped enough for the water to really go there anyway. It would have to be a significant angle. I want it to be flat, so that's something I thought about. You're the brainstorming kind of person. The longer you wait to start a project, the more time you have to think of little details like that, and the less likely you are to make stupid mistakes like that one I made yesterday. That top board being too short. Had I thought about it a little bit longer, I might have noticed that. Avoided it. Not that big of a deal, it's just nice to do it right and not regret it later, wishing you had done it differently. It's hard to take a little bit off. I think they make actual drill bits with the automatic countersink thing on them. I don't have any of those, so it's kind of hard to not drill out too much material when I'm doing it. Not the screw or anything like that. I should probably invest in a countersink bit. Actually, I probably have one somewhere. I have one already. have one, it would be in this set. I've never even thought to look for one. Yeah, here's one. Nice. Skip using this. This is what it looks like. They come in different shapes and sizes. This one should work out there. Bit weird, but it should work. Actually, for some reason, this makes a hex pattern, which is nice. It's moving in a circle. I don't know why that would happen. It's a lot less stressful. I feel like there's no chance it's gonna suddenly dig in. It's nice. Sure, they make better ones, but that'll work. Inner ones, I don't need the countersink. This is strong enough to pull in. Side in the same position. That's odd. This is moving away. My items. Should have been looking at here. This poster is angling out this way instead of being straight. It's like angled out that way. The only thing I can think of is that board over there is a little bit too long. But this one isn't really doing that, and this one, the top one isn't. Just that bottom one. Oddly enough, the other side, that other part down there, isn't doing like this. It's straight. It's just that one board that's angled out like that. Probably one of these boards, I don't know which one is stuck or something but if I wanted to really enforce it, angled across somewhere, I think it's going to be pretty strong. And one thing that I have done here that I will, is there's going to be support close inside here to there. So you might have been thinking all along, oh, the only thing that's holding to them is just like all the other projects I worked on. Plug inside here. And then the last. I don't know why it's. I think it'll affect that way. I'll explain what happened. Originally, before I had designed these, I was thinking about putting an angle bracket in there somewhere, and I might choose to do that still, just to make sure it stays in the square. I think all these posts are square though, because I use my square to make sure they're not just tilted one way or the other. It's more like this direction than it seems to be not perfect. And that's not really something I have great control over. I'll look at them later. It'd be a little bit easier to put these support pieces in without these boards on, which I maybe should have thought of that, but I'll just have to cut them exactly right. Measure really accurately and cut them exactly the right length. I'll have to measure each one because there is a slight discrepancy from side to side. Maybe less than 1/8 inch or so. Stuff tends to happen on projects when just little variances, and when you have such a big piece like this, 1/8 inch or 1/16 inch, no one's going to see it, and it's not going to affect the functionality at all, so it's not something I care about. Most of that stuff happens because these boards are not perfectly straight. They're skewed, like twisted, or warped one way or the other, and so you start constructing something and you get all these random variables that you can't explain. And usually it's related to the boards not being straight. So I'm going to measure the center of this. 3 guess I'll try that template thing. The challenge, of course, is marking the edge of the board properly. So it might be easier because I put the screws in the weird holes. So I could use the edge of the paper as the measure of the board edge, except I'll do it this way because that's the sense to me. So I'll mark this edge of this board, which is right here. And the edge of this board is approximately there. It's hard to, a little bit curved on the end. And then just do rubbing. Interesting. So this one is not the same as the other side. The other side, the board that I cut seemed a little bit long and it's overhanging the edge a little bit. This one's the opposite. If I wanted to be consistent with the other side, I would maybe squeeze this in so it matches the other side, but it's like 1/8 of an inch difference. So if anything, that means the table is slanted one way slightly, so water might run off the edge that way, which is good. I'm not actually worried about it. Learn from last go that I should put at least 2 or 3 screws on this side so that it's set. Fortunately, due to the nature of the materials, building materials, they move around anyway, so even if you have all 4 screws here, you can still move that side around. It's not completely rigid material. It's both a good thing and a bad thing, because sometimes you want to be able to move it around and stretch it and make it match. But other times you just don't. I kind of want to do a hike tomorrow on Saturday. I have a cousin that's maybe going to come over to pick something up or work on something while we're inside. I don't know if I need to be here for that. It'd be nice to see them, but I want to just Put a window here. Probably. Well, I'm interested in see what their plans are. Because if they're not going to come, I definitely want to do something. Need to order a special cable though. That one that I'm using, sound cable will work, but I want to get a right angle one so it's not sticking out in the weird left in the microphone. It's a little bit snappy. So. A little bit more modern because it has USB on it, but that's just to transfer files. You can't use it as a USB microphone. It would be pretty much the perfect device if you could do that. And that's kind of old, but the quality of the sound that it produces, I'm pretty happy with. I use that on all of my 360 videotape. A few uploads, I record my video on that, and it's just clamped to my backpack right in my mouth, and it picks up really well. And yeah, I think it has a lot more potential for other streaming situations like I'm using it today, and plus the hikes as well. But if the USB output sound, then it would have no audio loss because I'm using an analog board, which translates the sound. Plus, you can just plug it into your phone. As it is now, I have to use my old cell phone because it's the only one with a microphone jack that I can plug in. Hardly any new phones have microphone jacks anymore. They're annoying to me. Headphone jack, microphone jack, they're actually the same. You could put either one or both. Even though there's 3 screws in there, I can still move back and forth. It generally finds it where it is placed originally, but I need to make some adjustments. Where those screws didn't work last time now. I think it's just because I didn't think about lining the edge up. So good idea, but I didn't actually. Hopefully this works. If this doesn't work, then I'll just be like, what? Is it working? And I guess I won't try that anymore. But a little bit hard because the screw heads are real big, so I have to. that time I love it. I think the idea works as long as it executed properly. And go with the edge. That on the grilling. It has a torque limiter. I don't know what to call it. That's what I'm going to call it. Torque limiter. So it's just going to start clicking when it reaches a certain threshold of pressure. I had it down lower, not on the grills. Have a little bit of magnetism in them, where they some magnet rubbed off on this. It's not enough to like hold them on. That would be nice fit. A bit of magnetism. I have to put the supports on the other side. I think it could probably be strong enough without them, like, technically speaking, but I like the design of having supports on the other side. Makes it way easier. Because all that's supporting, oops, I missed one screw. All that's supporting the weight down is these 4 screws, which it would take probably a tremendous amount of force to shear all 4 of those at once. So I think it would, just as it is, it's adequate. But I'm not done yet. We'll make it even stronger. The same design I've been using for all the other projects. Until I find a better design using just 2x4s and stuff, I'm going to just keep using this method. I really like it. Goes super fast now that I have it on the grill setting. Finish this today. I was sort of thinking I could easily do that, but I'm going slow. Those inner supports. I sort of wish I would have put those in advance. They would also make it easier to match the height on all the 4 corners in the center, because if I just cut them all exactly the same, put them on here. The problem is, actually, it's kind of chicken before the egg. kind of standard problem. If I would have made those first, they wouldn't not really attach them to the top and bottom. I just attached them to this, so it's be kind of fun. They are more than 23 minutes. Alright, so I got some cutting to do. I should get my drawing. I don't know where it is right now. Grab that and make sure I'm not forgetting any pieces. Okay, so we got some, I kind of forgot the pieces for the doors. I think these were big enough, if I remember right. Those are pretty much exactly the same size. I calculated needing 8 boards for this project, but I think I might need, mainly because I made this mistake yesterday of that piece being, probably use this piece as a support. It's not going to show. Grab my eye protection. I think I left it inside. They all need. What? How's that? That's really illogical. Let me see. Never mind. Okay, those those are all good. I can double check. So I guess I'll show you what. Checking something here. Yes. Okay, so what I was doing, I was cutting these pieces for the doors. So these will open like that. Could have them open like that, but this is much more logical. The cool thing about this is if you have two doors like this, that open up like that, technically you could put you could use those as support to an extension to the table. You cut a board, put it right here on top of those sides. You can have a giant table if you want. Whereas if they opened in the middle, there's nothing to support. Doesn't matter. I also just like that way better. Plus the hinges won't interfere with each other because you have two hinges right by each other there. Might already be kind of a challenge to get the hinges in the right place because the hinges have holes and set positions, and if they happen to work well with where these screws are, I'm gonna have to redo those screws. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these right on the edge. I want them to rest. We'll measure the distance. Both going up and down. Hopefully the distance is not a huge variety. They could be though. Since that's press the problem with this yardstick or whatever it is it doesn't have fine gradations of measurements. You can use about 60 centimeters. I'm going to cut them all at 60. I think I'll be okay. That's good. I like it when they're the same. Probably a way to strategize out of the material. Let's see how good these are. Just thought of something that would be cool. They make gimbals to. I guess you could buy one of those cheap gimbals. That, basically, you can get a gimbal that'll follow you, make the camera follow you. But what would be even cooler for me, or as cool, is have a chat thing that would follow me, so I don't have to keep moving this around. So it just rotates around depending on which direction I'm facing. But it wouldn't be totally ideal unless it had wheels and it was like rolling around following me or something. That would be the ultimate. Let's see. Where's my pencil? I should just bring a handful of pencils out when I'm doing this project, because I either put them down in a weird place or they're just like way over there and I want them right here. So keep walking around. I have a ton of pencils. Just go grab a handful. Is about 29.5 inches, so what's my measurement? 60 centimeters, which is like 2 feet, I think. Oh, the other thing I was going to think about was if I could get more use out of these boards by cutting the supports, but they're about the same. It'll be a little less than 60. But I'm going to have to use more boards than I thought for this project. We'll just cut these first to have that in mind already. Press with Okay, we'll figure it out. Hey Norsob, I'm a hobby woodmaker myself, made a growth box for flour together with my mom. Nice, that's always fun. It's fun to work on things with somebody, as long as you get along. Sometimes people butt heads and it's not as fun, but I'm actually, I guess, maybe in a way I'm more of a school, but yeah, it's cool. Very cool. So do you follow any kind of plans you found online, or just kind of dreamed it up yourself? 60, ooh, barely one.
Norseb, we made a worksheet in Google SketchUp.
Oh, cool. Very nice. I haven't used SketchUp in ages. I used it many years ago, probably. I don't know when it first came out, but I think I used it way early on, back when it was free, and Google was trying to get everyone to use it so that everyone could do their work for them. Like make all the buildings on Google Maps and stuff. I used it way back then. I haven't used it since. Cool program. Rectangular objects, which is perfect for anything you're doing out of wood, because you're always using rectangle. It's totally awesome for woodwork. Okay, so there's two, and there's two more. I have some more scraps. I should probably check. I want to use up every scrap first before I start cutting bigger boards. Be the most efficient I can.
Norseb, I like it when you take one at the time. Mom suggested to double the cut, but I refused, cause I know it might fly highway.
Didn't find any usable scraps. I like it when you take one at a time. Mom suggested to double the cut, but I refused because I know it might fly highway. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's awesome to get the tools, and honestly, these days you get pretty cheap tools. Maybe you get what you pay for, but like you can either buy used things at a garage sale, just where we got this saw, or just buy it at some store that has cheap stuff like Harbor Freight or Weimar or whatever. Just it might not be the best quality, but you don't use it in every day professionally, then a cheap tool is going to work wonders. Do this one. I'm a little bit annoyed with my table saw sometimes because it's pretty not very good, but it does the trick. It works. Bothersome sometimes. Yeah, one of my projects that I did a month or two ago, I used Blender, a 3D modeling program, to make a plan, and that was fun, but Blender is kind of hard. It's not really made for this kind of stuff. It took longer than it should have. Just drawing measurements on there, which works just as good. I used to like to draw when I was younger. These days, it's okay. I don't mind it. I'm not an artist anymore. I don't really think of art of any kind.
Norsa, smart hand draw.
Okay, so those are all ready to go. Just gonna set those aside for now. Start making this up. I think these are all the same size. Vary them. Alright, I don't remember. I did measure these already, but I don't remember what they were, so I'm gonna do it again. I think there was some variety. Or I decided I wanted to have each one measured accurately, and it might be different. Just annoying, but it is what it is. I'm going to use centimeters just because I can get more accurate. So 58.
Norsa, but do you have a laser pointer in your saw?
65.
I have, but I never had the chance to calibrate it.
58.65. No, I don't. It's pretty cheap. That would be nice. Let's see. One of my tools has a laser on it now. Can't remember what it is, but yeah, it's not calibrated either, and so I don't really rely on it. So yeah, that's a cool feature for sure. It would be nice to have. Okay, rather than like moving the camera back and forth all the time, I'll just set these a pin over here. And 58.65. Nice and tight. too tight, so that goes right here. Support the shelf piece from underneath. So I'm gonna have to cut this sliver off of that just so it's not stupid. But if I can pound it in, I might just do that.
Angel Munoz, welcome to Beam.
Hey Angel, I've seen your name in all the emails. Are you I don't know what your position is. Are you the CEO or something? But that's really you. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Very nice of you to get around the community. Quite a variety streamer. I've been streaming for 5 years on over 20 different platforms. I try them all. I'm a variety streamer that does multi-streaming pretty much everywhere.
Angel Munoz, yes, I am the CEO.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I wish you guys all the success. I know how hard it is to do a streaming platform because I've seen so many come and go over the years since COVID. It's always hope that they'll all succeed, but oh, this is totally in the way. Just noticed that. But yeah. All right. This would be easier if that was turned upside down, so I don't have to go underneath it. But since it's wedged here, and I'm also going to clamp it just to be. Okay. Re-drill the holes. Same thing I've been doing all this time.
Angel Munoz, have a great stream. I hope you enjoy Beam.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you dropping by. It's nice to meet you. I haven't gotten any, but you're the first person in chat so far, so I haven't seen any activity. But you know, streaming world might be some lurkers here and there. And it's okay. All right. We tend to not get a lot of viewers on any platform, so it's not just a.
Norsa, I am still here, but I don't want to distract you. To establish yourself on Beam.
Did you say distract? So
Angel
here.
Munoz, take care.
Oh yeah. Yeah, don't worry about distracting. That's what live stream's all about, is interacting. So distract as much as you want. Or not, sometimes there's just nothing to talk about. I'm just doing stuff. So yeah, thanks Angel. Appreciate it. Okay. Okay, I may as well countersink these since I got that bit out. Okay. Whew, I'm getting old. Can't do all this bending over and crawling junk as well as I used to be able to. Okay. That's the first one. Right, I'm gonna go. Probably just do them one at a time because I want to make sure I cut them exactly the right size. That one just turned out perfectly. I should be using centimeters for this whole project. You just get way more accuracy. And I know the arguments against that. You can get just as accurate with 30 seconds or 64ths of an inch, but it's really hard to do math on a 2-bit system instead of a 10. No, we call that 2-bit? No, the word for it. Base 2. The base 2 system, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, no, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 120. It's really hard to do math on that as opposed to a decimal system, base 10. And it's just, you just look at the centimeters and they're way more precise in appearance. It's easier to measure them because, like, figuring out whether you're looking at 8ths or 16ths and all the weird marks on them on the ruler is really hard. But with decimals, I mean with the metric system, you just see centimeters and millimeters. It's way easier to look at. It's just less marks per unit. And yeah, anyway, we about that all day.
Norsa, I am from Norway. We use millimeters.
Nice. Yeah, I think metric system is superior. Sometimes I forget to use it. Like I used to do bookbinding on stream, which I haven't done that in quite a while, but I always use the metric system for my bookbinding. Because my books are, only like this big or so, sometimes smaller, like tiny. So using inches is nonsensical. I have to do a ton of math on my calculations, so it's way easier to use the metric system. But yeah, I'm from US, so everyone uses inches here, but I think it sucks. So if I remember, sometimes I forget. But
Norsa, but we say 2x4 on wood still.
Oh, really? That's funny. The funny thing is that I don't know if it's the same there, but here there is no such thing as a 2x4 anymore. They call them 2x4s, but they're actually 1.5 by 3.5, and they're not even exactly 1.5 by 3.5. They can vary. It's a mess. Okay, so let's measure the next one. What is this one?
Norsa, accurate. Same here.
Nine, approximately. Yes, I'm streaming on different platforms right now. I'm gonna have some one, but I can't really count it. Oh shoot. This is gonna be tough. I have to screw this in. Challenge. Good. Cool thing about these, technically I don't have to clamp them, so it's just wedged in here. And I certainly don't have to hold them in place, but Mr. Thorough. It's nice not to have to hold them in place. If they're upside down, gravity would pull them down. Get the measurement piece right. If I didn't have to wear these, I could actually hear chat and I wouldn't have to look at the thing. I can hear it sort of, but I have the volume for it. Actually, you know what I should do? It'd be way more interesting if I can just see what I'm doing. What?
Norsev, change of view, lovely.
Yeah, now you can see some interesting stuff. The boring stuff, actually. Pretty boring, honestly. But, I'm not pretensive. I don't pretend to like, oh, look, I'm doing something cool, live streaming. Everybody watch me. I don't never think too highly of anything I do. I just think it's fun to live stream, even if typically I don't get a lot of people watching. Once I sit down, I don't want to get back up. Yeah, now I can see chat right here. Yeah, I do a lot of different things on my stream, but lately I haven't really been doing much variety. In fact, I wasn't streaming for a couple of weeks. I had one stream in there, but for 2 weeks straight, or even more than that, I wasn't really streaming much. Lately, I just haven't had the motivation. Feeling better the last few days. Kind of anyway. At the same time, the last couple of days I've been kind of sad because my uncle is passing away. He might be gone already. I haven't got a text yet, but last time I heard he probably only had hours to live. I'm just kind of sad about that a little bit. Okay, there's that one. $58.75 for this one.
But your spark is going up, slowly.
My spark? What's my spark? My mental energy or something? It's pretty tight, but I think I can get it in there.
Yup, mental energy.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. It comes and goes. I suffer from depression, anxiety, social anxiety, all that standard stuff that a lot of people struggle with. So I'm never at my full potential, really. I'm always struggling in some way or another. Managed to make it this far, so. what actually gets me going is being able to go outside hiking. I'm really hoping I can go on one tomorrow or Sunday or something. But yeah, I have this one unknown thing that my cousin's supposed to be coming over and picking something up, and I don't know when that's going to happen. So I'll probably text them and check in so I can make some plans. I would invite them to go on a hike with me, but I think they have stuff going already. I like to make sure these are nice and fresh. I feel like they come out, like they pop out. I feel like
I love hikes too.
I always put them in, and then it seems like they're out farther than when I put them in. So it seems that way. Nice. Yeah, I would hike 24/7, honestly, if I could figure out a way to like get paid to hike or something. Like, I always had this crazy dream. It's not possible for a guy like me, but just to like live stream all my hikes and have 1 billion viewers. And I don't want 1 billion viewers, but I mean, that's the only way you can like make money from live streaming. And I can't think of any other way to support myself from just hiking all the time. And I wouldn't want to be a tour guide or something. So anyway, that's a complete fantasy and not kind of based on any kind of reality. So just one of those things that, what if? That would be awesome.
Norsa, Jup. Long hikes can cost a lot.
Yeah, it's just like if I did that all the time, like every day or something, like many days, you know, you have to have a job like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week minimum to, you know, support yourself. So can't really do both. Like I could maybe get 1 or 2 hikes in a week if I have a full-time job, but anyway, currently I can't even get a job, so I have a rational point. But anyway, life is complicated. There's a gap. Oh my. Yeah, that's how I get my spark or my mental well-being, is by going out in nature as often as I can.
Norsa, I wish someone in Norway could guide me on mountain hikes, packing and clothing.
Oops, I forgot to get some chat. Heard part of it. Club's kind of ready down there. Oh yeah. Oh, that's something that just comes with experience. Like, there's a lot of people like on YouTube that give advice on all that kind of stuff, but honestly, in my opinion, it's not that important. I just wing it. I don't have any fancy gear, for example. I think a lot of it's all about those people getting sponsored, so those YouTubers that say, "Oh, get this gear," they're basically just making money through sponsorships, and they may or may not really need any of that stuff. I personally keep it pretty simple. I don't have a ton of hiking gear. I have a lot of streaming gear though. Like, I take a lot of cameras and batteries and microphone, you know, all that kind of stuff is more what I take because I like to try to live stream stuff. But then I don't do a whole lot of backpacking, like overnight hiking and camping. I used to do more of that when I was younger, but most of the time now I just go on day hike adventures. It's kind of fun to just go out, do a fun adventure, come back home, you know. You can go on some pretty crazy long hikes in a day. But yeah, as far as like, for me, backpacking has ceased to be really exciting because of some of the gear issues. Like, I can't afford to buy super expensive ultralight equipment, so all my stuff is pretty heavy and bulky and uncomfortable, so it's kind of a unpleasant experience in some ways. I mean, I still enjoy backpacking, but and then there's usually there's like flies and mosquitoes, you know, if you go to a lake or something, which is kind of where you want to go, some place with a water source. There's like usually bugs and stuff, and then again, I still enjoy it, but day hikes, you kind of have all the fun without any of the disadvantages.
Norsa, I have photo hobby. Like to take camera with me on short hikes, but it was heavy.
Yeah, same here. I used to have an SLR that I took, and I just stopped wanting to take it. It's just so heavy with all the lenses and switching out and everything. So I got a mirrorless camera, and even that I stopped wanting to take because it's big. So I've just been using my cell phone now. I kind of waited for phones to get good enough to where I was happy with the quality from, just the cell phones. And of course, I'm never really happy with the quality, but they're getting to the point where I can overlook the imperfections and just be relatively happy with the photos. I don't really enjoy editing photos, so I kind of just want the camera to do it all in one click. They come home with all these memory cards full of photos, and then I take the many hours it takes to process them, so I just leave them on the hard drive in there and never get done. Whereas I can be happy with the cell phone pictures. I don't really edit them that much. I'm kind of a perfectionist and try to edit them sometimes, but I really just want them to look good straight out of the camera. I have a couple friends in Norway. It would be fun to go there or many other places in the world. I'd love to travel too, but that's so expensive. There's two live streamers, two friends from Norway that I've known since about 5 years ago on DLive. Chill Outdoors on DLive, and Van Burk, who also goes by Wolves Gone Camping on Kick. That's his username. But anyway, those two guys are from Norway. And actually I knew a third person, actually four technically, but another guy, or no, a girl. I can't remember her name now. It's been a long time. Anyway, she used to do some hiking streams too. Anyway, fun times. Alright, so 3 done, 3 to go on the other side. Flip this over. Or actually, wait a minute. No. It'd be easier not to flip it over. I could just do it down here. That's gonna bug me that I can't think of that other Norwegian girl's name. I'll have to go look it up because that's gonna annoy me. Okay, Ray X. I've never remembered that name. Okay, what am I doing? Measuring the last thing. That was the different than the rest. 58.35, something like that. 58.35. Don't really need to clamp this one in because it's just held in by wedge and gravity. Going upside down like the others. for you. Do a little bit faster, it's easier to do it. .37. Why not do hundredths of a millimeter accuracy? Why not? I think it's worth the time to do it more accurately. And all of that accuracy comes two things from switching to metric and using a stick rather than tape measure. I despise tape measures. I really should never use them, but I don't have sticks that long enough. Like if I had an 8-foot long stick, I actually tried to find one online. I couldn't find one. Kind of ridiculously long to have a stick that long, but I think if I had one that was 8 feet, that would be long enough for just about everything I would need. It's like most of the projects I do are under 8 feet, exactly 8 feet. So it would be awesome. But the tape like bends and flips around, and it's really hard to get exact measurements with the tape measure. All right, one more to go. Once I'm done with this, I just have to make the lift top and the doors on the side. I mean, technically there's quite a bit left, but I need to figure out what I'm going to put on the side and the back. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might have to put a support post here so that whatever I put on the back has some center support, because there's going to be wood inside of this, a lot of wood, which weight, just kind of pushing out against the sides. Particularly the back won't have any pressure on it because the logs are going to be this direction, so they'll roll toward the sides. They won't get pushed to the back wall at all. So really just the sides need extra reinforcement maybe. I'm not sure about that yet, if I'll actually do that or not, but anyway. And then I don't really have any good material to put on the sides and back, so I haven't decided what to do. I might just sort of leave it open for now and like, just kind of look on Craigslist or some place where I can get free or cheap stuff. Find somebody that's getting rid of some siding or something, or even metal roofing, or anything like that that's weatherproof outside in the snow and rain. I have some cedar planks I could use, but I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to use those for this or not. They're kind of expensive. And I would need a lot of them for this to cover this. So I'm not really sure what to do. I guess if I find out that, I think they're 6 feet long, so if this is 3 feet or less, then I could get 2 cuts out of each one, and then consider it. Otherwise, I have to buy a ton. It's expensive. Crazy how fast this stuff adds up. Like this kind of box of screws is like $30. I mean, it goes a long way. I used $1 for quite a few projects, but it's expensive. And then the wood itself adds up fast. And then the wheels on the bottom, that's like another anywhere from $20 to $30 for the wheels. Yeah, not super cheap. It's definitely cheaper than buying something of equivalent strength and quality, but it's cheaper than I get cheap. But it will be good. And it's fun to build stuff, just for the experience of building it. It'd be hard to make money building stuff like this, though, because it takes so much time. I have any time left over after doing what I'm going to do today. Let's see what time it is. It's 5. I'm not going to have much time. I could just end after this. I'm not going to finish anyway. What I was thinking is I could even get a short hiking if I was just ran straight up to that. Got all 6 of those on. Let's finish this close. That's good. there's any reason to keep this on its side anymore. Well, actually, since it doesn't have proper cover, if it were to rain out on the side, so the rain doesn't pool on the USB. But for the moment, depending on what I decide to do, I might actually just keep working on it, because I could keep working for about 2 more hours. The reason I made it this size is I already have it from the drafting table as an extra one. So this one's completely extra. And I made it to fit this. So that's the reason I chose this size. It's really huge. This can be beautiful. Where's the other one? Right in front of the face. Oh, I was using it for a tabletop. I forgot. Oh, these will be on there, but they're not going to be just screwed down. They're going to have hinges in the center, so it'll help with this. You can grab a piece of wood from here, or just, just to have variety. I just figured, why not? Why not have hinges on there? It's like, I could either just screw it down permanently, or I could put hinges. It's like, when I think of that, there's those two options. It's a no-brainer. Put hinges on there. Open it up. Most of the time, if they have stuff on top of it, then you probably won't do that. But if it doesn't have anything on top, it's kind of a nice way to get inside there. And then also, I will have doors on the sides, and that's what I put over here. I guess I could. I hate patching stuff. I guess I could use it. Those are the doors, and I think we got the dimensions right, but I have to check that. I hate trying to attach these things because you have to do angles. Unless you have like 5-inch long screws. Screws like that. So you have to do stupid angles. The other cool thing is people have essentially 3 uses that I have in mind, and it could have any number of them. First of all, like a nice table for barbecue. You have barbecue there, lay off some food and snacks and stuff if you have people over. You can also eat at it. Get like chairs, like power stools, and sit around it. So it's a table. So the primary use is to put wood, stack firewood inside there. So that's what I'm. If I wanted to, I could get crazy. I'm not gonna keep that. Good. And then the third use, so this thing. Oh, I can use this as my new work too. I'm using that trashy table over there that's not sturdy. So do like sawing stuff outside. I can saws on top of this steps. Very practical thing that I might, I'm not sure, but I might just put a second across this way to make it a little bit further to reach. I feel like these cords might benefit from a little sinking, but I'm gonna figure that out. This drafting tabletop is inch thick, and I think it's when it's solid, I think it's pure. I think it's solid. When I cut it back, it's solid. So I don't know where they got that. I guess it's not that big of a board. It's an inch. So it's glued together. Very nice too. I don't think it easily sag. Okay, so the next thing I guess I'm going to keep going is to I don't have a pocket joiner tool. That would make it a lot easier. So I'll do it by hand. I guess now that I have this work surface here. Okay, my least favorite part. Just to overkill appliances. Even with all these clamps, it completely is able to spin up freely. It's quite nice. Okay. On these angle pulls. Just everything. And I'll probably not do that. As much stuff as I can. Should have gotten earlier. So, as usual, just playing around with that same sound setup, which I don't know if it's going to be ideal or not. I think it'll be okay. Straight. Possibly. They make clamps that can clamp corners and stuff, but I don't have anything like that. It would be nice because there's so many times like this where I can't seem to get things to stay loose. Not really any way to make this square and to use something to reinforce it. Something maybe. Just have something to say where I put it. That's why I hate doing things together. Best thing would be if I had a gigantic. The biggest one is big enough. Let's stick that. If I had like a 3-foot long plant, like this. But I don't. This is probably some tricks. Maybe I could think about this for a second. Problem is, I think these clamps are strong enough to do it. Like this, I think it's good. Not particularly tight. I don't think I have enough energy tonight to soccer ball juggling stream anymore. It was a little bit earlier. Kind of like that. One thing I could do is put tiles, maybe some kind of vinyl tiles. I have some vinyl tiles that I use for benches out in the shop. Get something like that. Problem is, in between the tiles, water could get down there, but maybe I could find a really strong Yeah, this won't turn it. Probably make it square. Cedar woods, whatever we use. That's the rating. do though is have a hamburger barbecue tonight. So many people at the barbecues outside. I need to not go too late to where it's like super dark out. Not as fun to look outside when it's super dark. Okay. I have no idea who swears. Sheet material or boards or something. Looks pretty good. Semi sheet. Open. Grab on the edge. Might be good enough, but it still would be a good idea to have some kind of angular reinforcement, but it's not so easy. I guess what I could do is have slats that go at an angle, which would probably be necessary. I think just having a sheet of something, Firewood or whatever it is, we can squeeze it into position somehow while we screw those on down. I can just use it on this side if it ends up the next one for the other side doesn't fit. Just trim a tiny bit off on the table. So we'll have to make sure those screws aren't in the way. Let's see the screws. Thought they were basically the same, but it's like 16 inch. What I might do is do a test fit of the pieces. I knew what kind of boards I was going to use. Let me see how all the sides are. I'm gonna go buy a bunch more. Let me see if it's less than 36 inches, which it is. I think I have 14 boards. I should be able to figure that out. 28 times, I think it's like 5 or something. I don't think it's enough. I need a lot of boards to go all the way around. We'll measure how big one board is. So it's like 5 1/4, 5 3/8. 5 3/8. So let's see. So about 5 1/4. Be close. You don't necessarily need to put cedar on these posts. It might look nicer though if I do. I don't have to put any posts. It lasts a little bit longer if I did and look the video a little bit nicer. I don't know. It might not be good. Just put a few in this way. So. 36 by 72, so that's something. Is that right? 36 by 72. 2 feet by 5 feet. I remember it being exactly twice as wide as it. How long did it fall? It's actually a little bit more. It's 38. 38 and a half. You don't have enough. You need 228. You need 221 feet. 221 inches. And now we have 150 Just I have that particular vibes, which I could do, but I'm not even sure I'm all that excited about the idea of using cedar planks. Would maybe prefer some other material. Plus, I can use those cedar planks for something else. This use. How many more I would need to get? We need to get 7 more boards. Each board costs, I don't know, $4.50. That it's more than $4. So that would be like whatever, $30 something. I don't know. I don't feel like I can spend much money on this more than I already have. So I might just keep it open for now. I'll put the doors on, and I'll put the hinges on here, and then I'll either put a tarp over it or find some kind of surface to keep it safe from the rain. So over time, just watch for good deals on materials or find something for free on Craigslist or whatever. Which will probably take a while, but it's not that big of a deal. It's already to the point where it can serve a purpose, sort of. Like, the only problem is without sides on, at least the sides, I stack a bunch of wood in there, it'll just roll out the sides. I need to probably put something temporary on the sides at least. I guess I could do that. But anyway, I think I'm gonna call it good for tonight. No, I just kind of feel like I'm feeling kind of funky, not necessarily mentally right now, I'm just tired. So maybe we'll just end it here. I could put together the other door. I don't want to. If I end it now, I'll have time to probably do something for things. I wish I had the material already to finish this. It's just annoying not to be able to finish a project. But that's probably what I should do. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining me. I'm gonna head out tonight. Got some stuff done, not a ton, it's not that amazing, but it is pretty much. I shouldn't say it's pretty much done because it's not, but whatever. It's kind of put together, sort of. Still got a fair amount to do, including all the cutting of the whatever material for the sides and everything, and then putting something on the top. It's actually still quite a bit of work, but I don't have the material, so I can't really do it anyway. Alright, well, I'm gonna head out. See you guys next time.